The coronavirus, or also known as COVID-19, has created globally that affect the economics of every country, the lives and health of all people. Coronavirus were first reported at Wuhan, China in December 2019. We're also the first human case of COVID-19 that caused by the novel coronavirus. Retrospective investigation by the Chinese authorities have identified human cases with onset of symptoms. Many of the initial patients were either stall owners, market employees, or regular visitors and customers of this market. The Chinese investigator has an environment samples taken from the Wuhan market in December 2019 and tested for SARS-CoV-2, further suggesting that the market in Wuhan was the source of this outbreak and the market was closed on January 1, 2020. This pandemic gives an emergency to all countries to implement a general community quarantine or GCQ. However, these viruses were originated in animals, probably bats, and was transmitted to other animals before crossing to humans. Therefore, this virus was coming up by the bats and other animal flesh that carries a coronavirus, and possible that the virus passed to humans and then through the adaptation as it infected more people, mutated to acquire the characteristic made it spread quickly. This virus also transmitted via droplets in respiratory aerosol, contact with surfaces, and possibly via oral contact. COVID-19 can survive aerosols for hours and on surfaces including stainless steel, plastic, and cardboard for days. Although this virus can be destroyed by washing with soap or detergents. The COVID-19 pandemic is having a dramatic impact in our global community on people's lives, health, and economics and livelihood. This situation is considered as devastation, whereas it takes away thousands of millions of lives, living in their families, friends, neighbors, totally hopeless. Moreover, there are reported cases that some people got depressed and came up to the point that they commit suicide for the sake of avoiding the struggles. Nevertheless, through this pandemic situation, a lot of families have been broken. Children lost their parents and parents lost their children. Locally, on March 2020, the cities of our country, including the Davao del Norte, will implement the community lockdown in order to prevent from the viruses, and there are also suspected cases in Davao City and Central Luzon. As the virus spreading, the education and livelihood was really affected. People are all getting panicked, not just only for the virus, but they also worried to get and find a food during the lockdown because some of them are just only depending to their jobs in the cities, factories, and companies. But the government, LGUs, are ready to help the people in our community. They provide and give some relief goods in order to survive during the lockdown. In this time of pandemic, it is important to stay at home so we are safety and follow the health protocols. Viruses cannot be seen by our naked eyes. It might be one of you encountered is already infected. For the last 6 months of being in lockdown, I feel so exhausted and bored. What did I do is to plant flowers and vegetables so I can be happy. I listen to the news update of the COVID-19 in our country. Despite of the boredom that I feel for a very long time, I am still alive together with my family. What we need now is to end the COVID-19 because of a lot of people's lives are dying in the hospital and many of them died because of the viruses, and we are also praying to have the vaccine to easily cure all the humans that are barely affected of the viruses. The awareness and protocols must be followed, like wash your hand or use an alcohol to sanitize and wear a mask. Thank you.